And we're back with a second part, or part 2 of our live stream. Don't know how many parts there'll be. Try to make it a normal length live stream. You know, go do Dwarf Fortress for another hour, maybe 2 hours, then switch over for maybe an hour of Team Fortress gameplay of see how many times you can murder Quill, which is going to be a very high number. But for now, what's a but for? Booping silly. Nah. We're gonna apparently be 6 years old and playing some more Dwarf Fortress. I got a cookie. Decided I'm not gonna start the, not gonna go on my diet plan quite yet. I deserve at least a cookie. And then we'll get back to, no more sweets. Dipped in coffee. So good. Alright. Get the Android hat on. Now we mean serious business, you guys. Got cookies and hats. Gosh, good. Alright, bedroom starting to come together nicely. Still missing those chairs. Whoa, we got a kaboom! Who dat? From Plage Lord. Okay, I promise I'll say your name properly, especially now. Plague Lord. Thank you very much for the very generous tip here. Just to be friendly. Thanks for all the video slashers. Thanks for all the fish. Excellent reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What's that that like image macro people put up all the time? That you always got the sick references, bro. Thanks for all the fish. I have read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series 3 times, maybe 4 times. I don't know. Fantastic books. If you haven't read them, you guys totally should. But yes, Plague Lord. Actually, thank you for making me think about that story. I should watch the movie again. I've only watched it once, and you know, it is what it is. It's not bad, but it's weird and disconcerting in a sense. We'll see. Thanks for all the fish. Cookie click it. Oh, cookie clicker. Will is like an elf, the menace of all dwarves. Hey now. It's not fair. Never compared me to an elf. It's not right. It's not right at all. So we got our 2 armies, right? They're fully there. Are they fully equipped? Yeah, my archer army. They don't have any, they don't have shields. But they have everything else full leather. And then Copperweights is metal armor. So we're still missing a few. They've all got their weapons and shields, actually. Interesting. Inky animals. Your shield doesn't have to be leather. I think they will pick up shields of, like, any kind of material that's preferring what I've told them to use. Any material. There we go. I don't care what kind of shield you have. Any material. As long as you have a shield, I'm okay with it. Now, it's possible I just don't have the shields. But I bet you a lot of these guys already have metal shields equipped. So it'll just put a check mark there, you know, if I check again in a minute. Oh. Loler! Hey! 7 months in a row. Loler, the person who murders everyone in every game ever. Thank you very much. Wow. This long-term support people has made such a big difference for the streams. This is way too full, this coffee. That's despite the fact that I spilt a bunch of it coming down the stairs. Alright. Feel like I was doing something else. The real Flobo! Except no substitutes! Only the real Flobo will do. Makes me think one of the people that was at the California fan meet was the epic Jew. Like, accept no average Jew. That would be, no. We only accept epic people. If you're going to be representative of a people or a religion, you have to be like, it has to be a masterwork or better. Artifact quality, that's fine too. Don't mind that. You have to be purple color, right? Purple is the color of epics in WoW. Or orange. You can be a legendary. That's okay too. Or you have to be real. I mean, if there are imitators coming around, it's important to point out that you're the real one. Goresh, do I need to resubscribe? No, you don't have to resubscribe. When you're, if every month when it renews your subscription, automatically, that pop-up will be there. You don't have to do an explicit thing. In fact, if you cancel your sub and then resubscribe, it'll actually reset your counter to 0. So, that's probably not what you're looking for to do. I mean, I'm not trying to, pressure anyone into doing anything, but if it's those sorts of counters you're looking for, then that's the way it goes. Okay, seriously, I need chairs and doors. Why are they not being produced? They must be being produced. I mean, the doors, part of the problem with the doors is that Jim Morrison died. Is that we still have tons of doors queued up to be brought down here. But the chairs, I don't understand why they're not. Krakenbrow! Is that some sort of beer? I'm going to imagine that it's some sort of beer. If it's not, someone should start a microbrewery just to invent a beer called Krakenbrow. Or brew. Kraken brew. I mean, we're still building them. I go down here and check the workshop tools. Yeah, we currently have none. So every time one gets built, it then instantly gets deployed somewhere. So we're all right. We're out of malachite. Yeah, we don't have much idlers right now. It's because we're still chopping down all the trees, hauling all the wood, and picking all the plants. Danushas, what are you gonna do when? What are you gonna do when they come for you? Bad puns, bad puns. Wow, Doors band jokes. I've never been very, like, musically inclined. I always joke that I was locked in a basement during the 80s, so I was never exposed to any music. Which is actually not true. We didn't listen to music at home. Like, my whole family weren't particularly musical. The best we would do is road trips, which took all the time. Like, every weekend it would be hours and hours and hours to go to our cottage, basically. Rough Shot just subscribed. Hey, thank you very much. I've seen that username before, too. I don't think you're new. When we go on these road trips, we would listen to, like, 1950s music, and there was nothing else. That's all we would listen to, so I have plenty of exposure to that kind of crap. And yeah, someone's asking if grass grows back. I think it does. Although I think this was my very first pasture over here, and yeah, no, that's sandstone. And that's a pile of vomit. Oh, lovely. So clearly some of my dwarves have become cave adapted. If they spend too much time underground, and then they get exposed to sunlight, it tends to make them sick, and they vomit all over. Hey, we got a dog! Actually someone's pet that became a grown-up dog. So grass is supposed to grow back. Because, you can get grass and stuff that starts to appear within your keep as well, but I don't know. Hell, even this is sandy clay. This is just from people walking on it. But it should regrow. I hope so, because otherwise I'm just going to have to slaughter all my animals. Because they're not going to have any food. There's still a possibility I could pasture them, like, up top here somewhere. Oh, the multi-tile is turned on. I should turn that off because it'll improve frame rates. Multi-tile looks really good. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's invited. Oh, someone's fighting. Gorlak is fighting. Who the fuck is Gorlak? A stray dog is attacking him. Small, round humanoid found wandering the caves deep underground. Most of the body taken up by a huge tusked mouth. And so we've got a Gorlak running around in our castle, and it just walked by one of our dogs, and the dog just decided to attack it. It's not even fighting back. The Gorlak isn't doing anything. It's falling over to pain. Stray dog bites the Gorlak in the head, tearing the muscle and bruising the heart. So its heart is in its head. Everything gets in the head. Stomach. Well, okay. Well, that's going to be one dead Gorlak in a second here. 100% sure multi-tile does not affect FPS that much. It has in the past. I've definitely noticed a big thing with the multi-tile. Here, it's not so much. I guess it's mostly one level, and other things are capping the FPS. But and it's possible maybe now it's improved. But I know when it was first, I was first playing with it. it was massively slowing things down. Like, we're talking about going from 20 FPS to 60 FPS by turning it off, but it may not make much of a difference anymore. It started raining! An artery's been open. Alright, so that Gorlak is 100%. It's an ex-Gorlak. So we got a bunch of idlers again. Looks like our outdoor jobs are done. I'm not going to queue up a big pile of them anytime soon. We got a yak bull. It's a cave squid from Warhammer. Mostly mouth. Oh, okay. Ooh, lowercase row has put a pizza in the oven. Mmm, pizza. Grass should go back. It could be glitched. If you need, there's a DF hack to grow grass. Oh, you know what? I think I might trigger that right now. Because really, moving the pastures around, yeah, it's kind of realistic. But it's also kind of annoying and silly, like, that you have to micromanage that. What's the DF hack command to grow grass? Let's see. DF hack grass. It's probably just called grow grass or something. Regrass. That's a pretty good name, too. Regrows grass. Not too much. That's it. No variables. No anything. There's some commands to, like, instantly spawn trees and whatever, but no. Let's run regrass. Bam! Regrew 12,000 tiles of grass. Oh, yeah. And you know what? It just looks better. Now, it's still red over here because these are leaves. Or flowers. Cherry flowers. Oh, almond leaves. So it's leaves that have fallen off the trees onto the ground, which is why it looks reddish over here. But yeah, okay. See, that looks so much better, and it's just more satisfying. All right, that is a cheat I'm perfectly willing to use. I'm still confused. Like, it feels like this is a farm plot. But there's really nothing there, but also grass didn't regrow there, which is kind of interesting. Will18, will this work to get your attention? Yeah, well, saying my username helps because it highlights a bit. I was new Quill as a grass grower. Your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. Oh, there we go. We got our first chair over here. Oh, no. That's not the chair we're concerned about. It's over here because we want to explicitly make it a throne room. Because Klindos over here only has quarters. They're not decent quarters yet. So let's make sure. We should have some statues kicking around. So we'll go ahead and drop a couple of golden statues in his room. We've always got a bunch of those. We'll probably end up decorating a lot of things. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? Is we can probably place an artifact in one of his rooms, because if we take a look at our list of artifacts, so yeah, we have, oh, right, we have a statue over here. We have an artifact statue. So build statue, placement mode is off, and then we get to choose one, and I can choose the artifact one, and there we go. You will have an artifact statue in your bedroom, Klindos, and therefore everything will be awesome. Infused Tom has refreshed his subscription 6 months in a row. Infused Tom. What are you infused with? I don't know. Swiftlord is asking if I've heard / tried of Besiege. Actually, I've seen a few people mention it on Twitter over the last couple of days, and I have no idea what it is, actually. But, so that's the extent of it. I've technically heard of it, but not really. So I should probably check it out, because some people are talking about it. Besieged game. I see, like, a Flash game version of it. Besieged bundles. Is it all just a Flash game? You guys will let me know. Send me a link to what it's supposed to be. What's silly and incredibly cool that Miss Carsonell did? Oh. I want a bit of tartan clothing items to the point it's entirely possible my wardrobe could be mistaken for the Royal Mile. What's the silliest thing I've seen in Dwarf Fortress? I don't know, man. The Feral Kids certainly rank pretty high. And I don't know when I'm going to stream / upload D&D again. Dingo. Not sure. Would like to do more of that, but it's work to get going. Lobster's Exar subscription has just gone for 7 months in a row. Woohoo! I don't remember. Exar is a name or word, or isn't it? Maybe I'm thinking like an Exarch or something. I think I'm thinking of words from World of Warcraft. I'm getting confused. The lobsters are good. And Speedy2424 just subscribed for the first time, potentially. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. We stopped producing drink. Really? We must be at our cap. Yeah, 264 drink. Still about 1,000 plants, 800 meat. Everything is awesome. We're in good shape. How do we do it? Permit Swift Lord. Okay, Swift Lord, you can now link to Besiege for 3 minutes. And if for some reason I don't notice it, you can always just email it to me. Or Twitter me, or whatever. Any of those things would be fine. Besiege.spiderlinggames.co.uk. Alpha trailer, Steam greenlight. What I'll probably have to do is email these guys and see if they can send me a press copy. So I'm going to leave that open. I'll try to remember to look into that further soonly. Free kitten giveaway. Have cat gives 2 births. Another achievement has gone. No! A cow is starved to death. Okay, so I failed to pen some of the more recent creatures. Probably stuff that came with some of the recent immigrants. There we go. Let's get those going. Real entropy, you can sort of ask, but I'm not going to start encouraging people to post links to random programs on the stream, simply because, you know, we can't prove that, you know, this is not just some sort of virus or something. So that's the one caveat, but other than that, you can totally ask for feedback about things. That's loam. Oh, we can't smooth that. Most stereotypically Canadian thing about me. Well, that I do the whole, like, what the hell is this? Are these just leaves falling down? You know, I'll say sorry a lot for things that aren't appropriate to say sorry for. And I do love poutine. And I speak both official languages. That's pretty Canadian. Although most Canadians don't actually speak French and English. This guy is hauling a big heavy rock down here. I do have a stone stockpile not too far away, so at least the hauling generally won't be too bad. This place has a wheelbarrow as well to make it a little easier to bring these rocks over. Oh, that's probably what was eating all my my chairs down here. This extra little dining room. And I did set this up to be a dining room, right? I did not. Oh, no, it's a table. No, it's not a dining room, though. Who is that? Timuk9. TMCK9. Thank you very much for just subscribing. Welcome to the party. Help yourself to some nachos. And by help yourself, I mean you first have to make your own nachos and then consume them. But hey, nachos. Favorite hockey team? Oh. Have you said your first language is French? You ever lapse into French while on stream without realizing? Not really exactly, but if discussion of French words or anything starts to come up anywhere, like, you know, on stream or in person or something like that, I will drop to French accidentally for, like, simple things, like I'll say oui for yes, like, all of a sudden without even thinking about it. And favorite hockey team, I don't know. Being a French Canadian, you sort of have to go for the Habs, don't you? Sort of the rules. Growing up, that was definitely the situation. Although I went to school, or I went to university in Ottawa, and then I kind of like the Senators. Oh! Big explosion! Big tip. That one Marine! Yeah, who just subscribed earlier. Like, I like names like that for some reason. Like, not that other one, but that one, you know, that we're talking about there. Yes, videos really helped me get over the Learning Mountain. Yeah, that's the right way to describe Dwarf Fortress, the Learning Mountain. Thanks for all the great videos. Well, thank you very much for the support and the viewership from that one Marine. Just waiting for the seasonal autosave. So it is winter now. Early winter, indeed. Haggis supper is pretty nice. Haggis is fine, isn't it? It's just, I always say it's the most normal food ever. And it's surprising. People expect it to be this really weird, bizarre experience, and it's not. It's just totally normal, average, non-remarkable food. That's like, oh yeah, okay, I could eat this every day. But you don't, because it's a pain in the ass to make. This fortress looks oddly like an android. Actually, it kind of does. We could do that with a theme next fortress. Is like every floor has sort of like has to be a drawing of something. We're making masterwork almond barrels. North Falcon has become captain of the guard. Oh, that's just toggling things on and off. That's fine. Oh, we also have to dig out a tomb. A tomb. A tomb. So I think that's what this level will be. These will be like giant fancy-ass tombs for our nobles. I mean, each one of these blocks could be one. That's a little overkill. But you know what? Why not? Let's take out the corners here. And then, is this middle-ish? Well, sort of. It's going to stay there. Something like that. Like that. Yeah, okay. So, do I want 4 openings? Kind of seems overkill for a tomb. A tomb. But why not? Oops. They got something like that. Alright, that'll be good. So may as well get started on that. We still have to wait for everything to be smoothed everywhere else, but giant tomb for our first Baron, Lindos. Of course, if we have to kill him with a Dwarven Atom Smasher, there will never be a body. Thing about DF is it's made up of a lot of simple things, so many that it may as well become a cliff made of Lego bricks. And that is sort of true. The problem is the interface is the first learning mountain that you have to get over. And then after that, it's, yeah, learning little things, like the very first time you deal with magma or water or an aquifer or something. Yeah, alright, real entropy. I don't really want to start a habit of, getting people to come in and necessarily spamming their own personal stuff, but that'll be alright. There you go. You can link to your Play Store thing. Ever come across English words that you're confused about, but everyone in the chat seems to know the meaning of? Not usually. I mean, English has sort of been, in a sense, my first language in practice for a very long time. I'm definitely much better at English than I'm at French. So knowing the meaning of a word is not usually a problem. Every now and again, I will pronunciate things in a slightly odd way. If it's a new word that maybe I've only ever read and not heard out loud, a lot of times my default is to parse it using French syllables, basically. What am I looking for? Tomb, burial, coffin, there. And I'll just try to grab the highest quality coffin over here for our Baron. There we are. Stick that in there, get that built. And, oh, obviously we'll need to smooth all this out. Probably smooth out the whole floor. But let me do this and then cancel the designations in these corners over here. Okay. Oh, it's your initials, TMCK9. There we go. And it actually rolls off the tongue way easier than trying to pronounce it. Senti tried to donate, but can't figure out Bitcoin. I mean, you can, I don't know, PayPal or whatever, but a lot of people are asking the Bitcoin-y stuff. I actually have no idea if the current like donation/tipping link is properly functional with Bitcoins. I used to just have a Bitcoin address over there that you could transfer. Bitcoins are magic internet money. They're not for everyone. I think cryptocurrencies are the way of the future. It will become a thing. I can't remember how I... How do I... Where are my links? Leave money. There it is. So, I should probably put it back on, actually. And yeah, okay, so it does show up there. I don't know if I get the proper pop-ups. Who just subbed? The wrong monster! Oh, you're the right monster in my heart. There we go. Just in case it's an issue, we'll throw it back down in there. In the donations link. You'd have to refresh to see it. The problem is, I don't know. I'm hoping that the stream tip alerter properly reports on bitcoins. But again, Bitcoin is magic internet money, so I don't know. Looks like, when did that come in? Okay, it looks like there's no Bitcoin stuff today, so presumably everything is hunky-dory. And then the other thing is, Bitcoin is sort of inherently semi-anonymous. So a lot of when people just send something directly through, you know, a PayPal email or something like that, which people sometimes do, usually for the programming channel. You know, I send an email back and say thank you and all those things, and then like the Bitcoin thing will come in. It's like, all right, so I have a big like hexadecimal code for where this came from. I have no idea who it actually was. All right, Klindos has a tomb. Is it a good enough tomb? No, it's just a tomb right now, but he wants a burial chamber. So what I'm going to do is build a statue. We're going to turn placement mode on, and we're just going to prettify this thing a lot. We'll put like a ton of statues, which should all be gold statues. I have a continuous job to produce statues out of gold. So you're going to get 8 golden statues in your tomb. I should start saying tomb, because otherwise people are going to take me too seriously. God forbid. Still waiting for the chairs to be finished. Who do you think is more Canadian, me or Northern Lion? Oh, definitely me, and I'll tell you why. Because Northern Lion lives in British Columbia, and British Columbia is bullshit. At least it's like the southern parts, Vancouver, Victoria. Come on, when you have like beautiful weather all year round, that's not Canada. So there you go, gauntlet throwdown to Northern Lion. He's not Canadian enough because he lives in an area of the country that is not miserable. 9 months out of the year. Gonna do new Unity stuff soon. Yeah, definitely. I mean, clearly, if nothing else, there's always the Unity Ludum Dare live streams every 4 months. But I do want to do some more Ludum Dare, or some more Unity programming content in general, and specifically, I'm gonna be starting to do some Android-y Project Tango programming stuff with Google and things like that. So, stay tuned for some more of that. I think I offended a bunch of people about British Columbia. Let me tell you, I've been to BC. It's too beautiful. It's not right. It's jealousy is really what's going on. Yeah, preach it. If you don't have snow on the ground, it's not Canadian. You're goddamn right. Yeah, alright. That's that. It's starting to become pretty. Oh, we actually skipped. Look at this. We've got 2 gold statues in there, and we skipped straight from Tomb to Grand Mausoleum. And we're still going to be decking the place out. Tell you what, let me cancel this. Let me deconstruct those. Cancel those. So, I mean, overkill is fun and all, and it's nice to add details, but that's too much. Let me go build statue. Instead of having, like, the 8, I'm just going to have 4. It'll still be massive overkill, but there we go. But only like 2 times massive overkill. I think 1 statue is all we needed to pretty this place up enough for people's opinions. So, now we have 4. Alright, and then, just gotta wait for... Okay, the dining room is almost done. We just want to wait for one more chair right over here. He'll have his proper office. These doors still aren't in place, because all those other bedrooms are still being constructified. Which probably means it's down here, right? It looks like they're all done, though. It looks like all the doors are finally done over here. I can't remember. I think they've all been assigned to be bedrooms. Let me double check. And it looks like they've mostly all been claimed as well. Oh, okay. Nope. They've got a couple of empty bedrooms over here. They're still flagged as bedrooms, but no one's taken them yet. Let me resize this room to being non-stupid. Same thing over here. There we go. It's those diagonal rooms. And there's another bedroom level down here. My bad. And it still needs doors too, so I'm happy I got the 2 mason shops going on now, but still taking a while. I think it's because, you know, the block hauling and everything. I do have a constant block producing job. And it's in the same queue, I realize now, as the mason shop. And every time they have to make a block, they have to go and actually haul a whole stone over here, which takes a while to do. So that does slow down our door production, but it's only, you know, just because of where we happen to be. In fact, we're capped on blocks right now, so those are disabled. They're just working on drones and doors right now, which is good. And there should be more than one dwarf mostly doing it. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Boop. There we go. What channel will the Project Tango stuff be? Oh, the Quilly Teen Creates channel, definitely. Try to keep the programming content over there. Whenever, like, a lot of people will consider maybe making a secondary channel for something, and it's always hard when you're trying to do different kind of contents, right? Like game playing versus game programming for me, but or maybe starting a vlogging channel or different things like that. And it's always, do you put it all on the one channel to make it easier for people to find it? Or do you split it up because some people don't want the other stuff? What's the actual advantage? What leads to a best experience for the viewers, but also, obviously, generates sort of more, you know, just views and subscribers and stuff overall? Which, I always think, like, generating more views and subscribers is what happens when you release content that people like, right? And so, which one is the best one? Putting everything in one or not? I decided to split off the programming on the second channel, and I think it's a good idea. I think it would have made things too cluttery. I don't think it would have, because the programming happens so infrequently, I don't think it would have bothered the people who are there for the games, but I think that anyone who might want to subscribe to a channel just for programming and don't care about Let's Plays, I think that would have been not good for them. So I think this is the right solution. So this is still a bunch of kaolinite, which we've got kicking around. That's lignite. I don't know if we have a ton of lignite around. Even though it'll sort of derp up this floor, it might be worth getting some mining commands over here. However, I'm going to tell it to not mine out these walls over there. Just grab what lignite is around. Lignite is a type of coal, basically. The other thing I could do is put a little mining job here. Just see if we happen to hit any other... Oh! Oh! Oh, no! Oh! Wibig Dog has been found dead, completely drained of blood in his bedroom. Okay, well, we clearly still have a vampire around. But the problem with these individual bedrooms is it makes it, generally speaking, impossible for anyone to witness the crime. So there was a murder of Wibig Dog. Witness, Maelstrom Pandish. I think it's Pandish. I think the H had to be cut off. Maelstrom Pandish found the body. Have no one... There's probably no witnesses. It'll probably go completely unsolved. The best we could hope for is maybe a vampire attack in the dining room. But honestly, a few dead dwarves from time to time isn't necessarily the end of the world, and if we're really lucky, the vampire may have been accidentally added to our militia, which would be amazing, because they are death machines. I mean, clearly. Vampire. Light a lamp and look for sparkling. Ghostly, unghostly. No, we should have plenty of coffins. So that should be fine. But yeah, we have our meal area over here, right next to there, which is great. Oh, we got our chair in finally. So, we can make a little bit of a throne room here for Klindos. So, Klindos now technically has all the rooms that he wants. However, and he's happy about everything. It's his office isn't quite good enough yet. He does have this and that. The doors aren't in yet, and there should be some of the doors should actually be relatively nice. We should get some masterwork doors coming in. So that might be enough to kick it over the edge, but we can also drop some statues in there. And I could do something like better safe than sorry. We'll drop a couple more statues in his office. And that'll be like a very, very nice thing. Oh, the other thing I can do is engrave. Actually, tell you what, let's do that. That actually probably would have been the way to do the tomb as well. I'll, oops, that's designations. what I want to do. Not what I want to do at all. I want to remove you and remove you. And then I want to designate engraving in all your stuff. It's actually going to lead everything to be basically overkill, but there we go. We'll prettify that as much as possible, and that should send you over the edge. Billy Teen, time to line up everyone at the mirror. That's right, Dingo. I don't know. It depends on what kind of vampires they are. I think your DF needs more garlic. Yeah, sewers belong to a billion other dwarf homes. Yeah, there's lots of ways to sort it. There's cheating ways, too. I believe in Dwarf Therapist, you can actually turn on a cheat that will reveal all that information. Of course, I wouldn't want to do that. But I could look through here. Now, the vampires tend to have much, much higher skills than everyone else, but they can also lie about the skills, which is kind of fun. Like, Count Spectacular, which sounds like a vampire name, has a lot of kills here. Oh, shit. But I was going to say, this is a new addition to the fortress, and I think we had a vampire before that. Is horrified seeing someone die. Oh, pleasure. Citizen different places. 22. Where's the list of kills that's in here, though? It says a one parent. It doesn't mean that this is my vampire. Dreams of becoming a legendary warrior. Doesn't particularly value loyalty. Hang on. We gotta go to... zoom to unit. Watch me have 2 vampires now. Great Judge of Intent. No particular skills. I don't know, you guys. Ghostly, ghostly, ghostly. Why do we keep saying ghostly? There's not a ghost, is there? Oh, is there a giveaway or something? Oh, that's what's going on. All right. I'm like, holy shit. Someone's trying to tell me something, and I'm super confused. Oh, Senti, I missed your message earlier. The tables in the dining room are driving me crazy. They all need to be gold. And you should make another army called Crazed Baby Smashers. Actually, at this point, a third militia is actually a great idea. More metal armor. And, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find the count. Can I search on the screen? No. What are the odds that I can actually find the count? I would have expected him to be at the bottom of the list because he's new. Oh, there it is. Count Spectacular, you're going to be leading the new group. Because you're awesome at fighting. Also, I don't know, there's a possibility you're a vampire. Klindos, no, I'm not going to add you in. Although maybe I should. Okay. Name squad. Vampire babies. That's what you're gonna be. Vampire babies. No more babies to smash, but this might be vampire babies. Every squad is full, so you guys will get some metal armor, which I think we still have some repeat jobs for. And there we have it. Guardian, pick me. Yeah, Guardian made it in. Oh, we're starting to produce flasks again. Oh, we need a schedule for these guys. Military. Schedule. Because, yeah, we don't want them training 100% of the time. I guess what we'll do is we'll make basically like the inky animal schedule. Actually, no. You should be opposite of... Yeah, okay, yeah, you're opposite of Copperweights, which is good. Because Copperweights is the other metal-wearing melee group. So you'll train on off times. What I need to do is copy this order and paste over here, because this is the training schedule that requires 6 people, not 10, which is a lot better. And then we go squad. So you are inactive. The other 2 should be active. Oh, no, everyone's inactive. Oh, that's not good. Everyone should set up to be inactive. I mean, obviously, they'll still be training only every other month. But there we go. Now they'll actually start training again. If they were idle, they might have still gone to train on their own, but this will be organized training, which is going to be better. It'll also prompt them to actually equip their gear. Vampire Babies. Rename it Renesmee. I understood that reference. Oh, my little exploratory tunnel. What did we run into over here? We got more kaolinite, more lignite, which I suppose we'll go ahead and dig out. We don't need as much coal-type stone as we used to, because we do have magma. But in practice, you still need some coal-type resources for certain processes. Mostly like making iron, I think, which we can. Cyrolitish. Thank you very much for subscribing. No, I don't know how to parse your name. It makes me think of like Cyrolitish makes me think of what are they called? Cichlids for some reason. Type of fish. I think it's because it's like the C and then the ish at the end. Cichlid fish. Like an Oscar, which I used to have. Great fish. Sharp teeth though. And they really like to jump at your fingers when you're trying to feed them. Ah, my macros are no longer defined because of a new version. I was going to dig out some room around these floors. So, what I want to do is put my little cursor here to get an idea. Go down here. Start record mode. Kicked in? It kicked in. Good. So, it's going to be this. And then if I recall correctly, it's 1, 2 down. Oh no, I can actually see. Hang on, this is going to be a shitty macro. Let me try it again. Unrecord. Define. Go here. Start recording. So we're going to dig out that way. Go here. Go there. Dig out that. Go here. Go like that. 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 Oh, I'll get you in a second. I gotta stare and try not to F this up. We got that defined. Oh, did I forget to define the dig over here? I don't know what's going on there. And then switch to up downstairs. Dig mode, drop down a level, unrecord. Now, that actually lined up correctly, and I think it is. I didn't go up too high or anything weird, did I? I think we're okay. I'm really confused. Why? Why is this not being marked as a dig? Let me go down here. So, save 4x4 floor. Load that macro. Play the macro. Oh, and then I accidentally went up instead of down at the end of my macro. But that's okay. All right. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. There's something fucky and weird. Oh! It's just... Oh, okay, now it's fine. Fuck, I don't know. I say there's weird colored stone over there, so it's like... Yeah, graphically. I think it's just glitching out graphically. Alright, we're fine. No worries. Ingo Ash, what's the purpose of not using up-down stairs for everything? Because it looks stupid. Technically, you can use up-down stairs everywhere. It's so much more efficient and fast, easier in the pathfinding. It looks stupid, so I refuse to do it. That's why. Not always about doing what's optimal. Whoa! Look at that noise. That's so weird that's an issue. So we're going to toggle engravings. There. I bet you I can toggle that off by default or something in the lazy news pack. Noob pack. There's probably a thing. I actually don't like varied ground. I'll have to turn that off. Plague Lord! Take my life and I'll take yours too. Fire my musket, I'll run you through. When you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand, there's no turning back. I'm assuming these are lyrics from something? Or a poem? I don't know what that is, Plague Lord, but thank you for the tip. You've confused me, but thank you. Well, workflow's clearly running. That's weird. Why would these be not enabled? Automatic job death. Auto labor. Okay, so this is probably just preferences in the lazy news pack, the new one that hasn't been set. But my preferences actually in DF hack are set, so. Alright. Iron Maiden. Ah! From Iron Maiden, the Trooper. Aesthetic value is an important consideration in much video game decision making. Yeah, and Krakenbrow, it's true. Like, if you're going to be playing Dwarf Fortress, part of your goal is to try to make things look kind of pretty and interesting. Right? Like, you know, my little corner things and whatever. It's part of the game. I'm not great at making things look pretty, but it's fine. Oh, we should check out... Alright. So we can't export crossbows, but you are very happy with everything. You got a splendid office, royal bedroom, great dining room, grand mausoleum. You have 3 chests? Oh, you probably still have your old bedroom. And again, I'm sure there's a way I can find, you know, a list of every bedroom assigned to someone. So I could free up Klindos's old bedroom, but, oh well, that's fine. Now, Count Specula is our captain of the guard. So, okay. Confused about maybe what happened in North Falcon. North Falcon had been captain of the guard. I think I did a swap. So, oh well. North Falcon, you're going to lose your assignments. You got a vampire in charge of your old role now. Just the way it goes sometimes. Count Spectacular. Alright, everyone is happy. So the mayor wants figurines to be made. Oh, yes. Now, figurines are not something I can make directly. I have to make crafts. So, I'll set up a rock craft. Make 30 of them. They'll happen eventually at some point. We do have a craft dwarf workshop, which is aiming to make mugs. And we only have the one? No, we have 2. No, sorry, that was carpenters. Craft dwarf. Oh, it doesn't say it gets cut off. We may only have the one, though. I'm going to go ahead and create a second one. We may not set up the repeat mug job there, but it'll help in cases like this where I want to quickly quickly spam out some sort of job. So we'll make a bunch of random crafts, which should automatically end up making figurines. Yeah, that's right. I have to make sure to update the TF2 server. Plenty of time. I could probably start that while we're waiting for some of these things to still happen. Well, what are we waiting for to happen right now? I got my bedrooms. We dug out the extra levels. Oh, all these bedrooms now should have doors, indeed. So now what I have to do, because this is the bottommost level, some of these have to be made into bedrooms. A lot of, like, no current owners. Or maybe I did flag them as bedrooms. Because of the planning mode, I can flag these as bedrooms as soon as there is a bed, even if the door is not done. So that's okay. And a bunch of them are still not assigned. I could preemptively, or as a preparation, it's not really preventative, but is start digging out another level down here and get all the digging and smoothing for the actual bedroom levels at the same time. Seems like a pretty good idea. So, and again, we're going to keep going with these ridiculous 3x3 bedrooms. This is some swanky dwarven places. They're going to be spoiled just like elves. So let me drop down a level. Oh, I want to cancel the inner corners here, actually. Then I want to go back in dig mode, start recording. So it's 2x3 bedroom, doorway, doorway, 2x3. Cancel recording, playback. There we go. Ginger Cookie! Just subscribe, well, renewed its subscription 11 months in a row. Ginger Cookie. Oh, I like ginger so much. Some people don't. A little too peppery or something. Most people are crazy and wrong. They're just wrong about everything in life. Sorry, but it's true. Someone's got to tell you the cold, hard truth. If you don't like ginger, there's something wrong with you. Oh, alright. Give me a second. I'll get that. I gotta focus on bedrooms. Very important right now. So yeah, we'll just get this whole area dug out. Excuse me. And then once it does, we'll start it smooth. And at some point in the future, we'll deal with turning them into actual bedrooms. It's interesting. No one's actually... There we go. Let's say no one's starting to dig yet, but I guess they're probably still working on those other floors. Hey, like the slight offset over here. Just drives everyone crazy. We were just off by one tile with some of our construction at some point. Oops. Boop, 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 boop. Gorash! This message brought to you by money! Thanks for the tip, Gorash. Question is, do I have a drink of whiskey before we start playing Team Fortress? A giant hamster nail amulet just lying on the floor somewhere. Interesting. A few of that crap. Oh, we got some memorials that have been engraved over here. Right. Ginger is too peppery. Wouldn't it make it too gingery? Well, a lot of people don't mind, like, some of the ginger aspect, but, like, especially fresh ginger, it does have kind of a hot, peppery sort of effect on your tongue, which is usually the sort of thing that that upsets people about ginger the most. Not necessarily always, but, you know, sometimes. Whiskey improves TF2 performance. It is true. I think that's probably true. Or play it for Age of Wonders 3 again. Probably at some point. Answer, always have whiskey before playing games. Well, there we go. Ray has the solution. Well, I have 24 idlers. Given the size of the our fortress, it's not bad. 18 idlers. This is getting done well. What are we not planting right now? We have no dimple cups. Okay. We should probably get some. Dimple cups can be used to make dyes. Actually, what we probably have is a bunch of, like, dimple cups sitting around, not being used for anything. Do we have a dyer? We don't have a dyer shop. Get started on that. We can start making colored cloth. Still plenty of room in this sort of area. We need a barrel, a bucket. All right. We'll get that built. And then I think if we did have dimple cups, I think it would get processed into dye here. And then I think that would extract the seeds, which would allow us to plant more dimple cups. But we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, another Lent's Drunk with Briarstone and Quill 18 is definitely in the cards at some point. Or more airplane flying games. Yes, I'm sorry about the uneven floors. It's too late. It happened, you know, like a month ago. Can't do anything about it. Dwarves care about the loose stone lying around the fortress? Not really. I do have a repetitive job going on to convert the stone into blocks. I do have a limit on them, so they're not doing it forever. 50, and we have 50 blocks just kicking around now. So as we use blocks for things, like for making walls and whatnot, then they'll go and grab some more of the stone. You can do a few things. You can hide it visually so you don't actually see the blocks. The other thing you can do is get people to haul them to like a quantum stockpile, but I don't know. It takes up a lot of work, and while I do have some idlers, it's just kind of a pain to mark everything for blocking as well. Plague Lords come in with some more lyrics. One fine day in the middle of the night, two dead men got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their swords, and shot each other. That's not lyrics. That's like, yeah, like, is that like a Lewis Carroll thing or something like that? I've certainly heard it plenty. Who came up with this? It's old. It's not a modern lyric. Nonsense verse. Who actually did it? Dead boys. So old Anglo-Saxon riddles. One bright morning in the middle of the night, two dead boys got up to fight. Back to back, they faced one another, drew their swords, and shot each other. One was blind, the other couldn't see, so they chose a dummy for a referee. A blind man went to see fair play, a dumb man went to shout hooray. A deaf policeman heard the noise and came and killed these two dead boys. Paralyzed donkey walking by kicked the copper in the eye, sent him through a rubber wall in a dry ditch and drowned them all. You don't believe me? If you don't believe this lie is true, ask the blind man. He saw it too. But yeah, this is on Wikipedia, but it doesn't credit anything about the origin. Damp stone. For reals? Oh yeah, we're pretty close to the surface. That's fair enough. Can cancel that out. So we got a bunch more lignite, and what is this? Sort of jade clusters. We're not really at a rush to get any of that. And this is more phyllite. Nothing particularly exciting there. Alright, well, we'll just leave it be. They're just like little exploratory tunnels to see what we might hit. Whoa! Miss Carsnell says, and suddenly my head auto-finished with Demons Run when a good man goes to war. Oh, such a good Doctor Who episode! What does he say? Like, have you ever wondered why I have so many rules? Good men don't need rules. Something like that. Like, oh, crazy. No, people are swapping jobs. Boar has been slaughtered. Animal has grown to become an adult stray dog. Couple of them, which probably means we'll get some dogs getting slaughtered soon too. Notch! Cancels. Make raw green glass. Needs sand-bearing item. I don't think we've got a sand collection zone, which I should probably do about it. That's sandstone. I think there was some... Well, there's grass on top of here. I thought there was some sand maybe under there. What are these walls here? Sandstone. It's not the same as, you know, sand. Someone's hunting over here. What are you hunting? A giant hamster! Makes me think of Boo! The miniature giant space hamster. Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes. Good men have too many rules. Good men don't need rules. Today is not a good day to find out why I have so many. Yes! Like chills, man. Oh, we got a Fey mood! Dagville has a Fey mood going on. I'm gonna go and construct something somewhere. Alright, this floor is all done doing that, so now I'm just gonna bulk smoothing jobs. Boom. What are these walls made of? We've got schist and marble. Well, marble is pretty nice.
You there. I'm building an artifact.
Although nice is also nice.
I was just about to...
Give me the workshop.
But...
Give it to me. Give it to me.
I love these voices. That's great. I hope you guys can hear him okay. All right. Has the aspect of one Fae. So what's he going to make for us? Dun, 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 dun. We need giant hamster mounts. Oh, God, yeah. Favorite doctor is Tom Baker. Tom Baker's one of the most iconic doctors, definitely. Bum, 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 bum. Gabuk is having a party. Everyone's invited. Yeah, are you my mummy? No, the empty child is such a freaking crazy story. What's impressive about that one is it came quite early in Yoo-Hoo, and was really, really well done. You know, it took a while for Yoo-Hoo to become like really, really good. Although it wasn't bad right from the start. Well, the first few episodes were very classic Who in terms of like budget and cheesiness, but still. Dun, 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 dun. Well, mysterious construction has kicked in, so Gabuk had everything he needed, or no? Dagville. Gabuk is the person running the party. Massive smoothing jobs. Would you like some jelly babies? Yeah, I know the TF2 server's out of date. I had no idea how frequently TF2 like frickin' updates. What I have to do is I have to set up a nightly job to take the server down for a minute, check for updates, then reload it. So if I go, one sec here, just one moment. While I bring up my server over here. There we go. We just subbed. Who dat? Devil Angel 25. Thank you very much for subscribing. So I have to go. Not pause or anything. Nope, everyone's still running. So we're going to take down the TF2 server. And log into that account and start running the update script. Oop, there we are. Where does one purchase a hat like that? I purchased this hat at Google. While I was there last week, or this week that literally I just got home yesterday, last night, they have a Google store on campus where you can buy all sorts of sweet swag, like this hat and this shirt and mugs and stickers and I have a little wind-up Android dude. All the things. Okay, server is done updating. Exit and launch. Okay, updated TF2 server. Like, takes no time to do. We created an almond wood scepter.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'll name you after my mother.
I'll name you after my mother? Well, it's named Brimsgear the Gang of Smiths, so that's an interesting mother. It's a very simple artifact. It's, although it is worth 80,000 dwarf bucks. It's made out of wood. It's encrusted with octagon-cut Goshenites, oval sunstone cabochons, and pear-cut heliodors, and decorated with almond wood, yak leather, and cave spider silk. Menaces with spikes of almond wood and amethyst. Okay, so quite a few gems went into there. All right, that certainly adds up. Speaking of gem, I do have a repeat job on the Jeweler's Workcraft to cut a few things. We've got a few others, so I'm going to go ahead and set up a few more cut gems. I always like to keep some raw gems around. So I don't want to set up a chopping queue for everything, or cutting queue for everything. But it'll make sure that we always have a handful of cut gems ready to go. Cool! Yes, Clausen, I used to have a ponytail for a long time. Since high school, I had long hair and a ponytail. Although I haven't had one in quite some time now. So the avatar is a bit dated. But he's cool, and a friend of mine drew it, so. Alright, how are these jobs coming down here? Do we have We don't have any chain and cage. We need to make sure. Actually, let's check what kind of blocks I have kicking around. Z, stocks. Oh man, with these long lists. Bars, there it is. Kind of bars. We have a lot of copper, a lot of gold, a little bit of bronze. I probably just will keep making copper armor. You can make better, but you know, copper is fine. At least we'll have some. So copper breastplate, leggings, greaves, helm, gauntlet, high boot, shield. Instead of repeat job on all those, I'm pretty sure we have workshop. Oh, we don't. Workflow on leggings. I'm going to add a limit of any material, I suppose. And we're going to change the range to, say, 2 to 4. Greaves, same thing. Add a limit of any material. Set the range 2 to 4. Helmet. Okay, you're at 2 to 4. Gauntlet, 2 to 4. High boot. Add a limit. Any material. Range 2 to 4. And shield. Add a limit. Any material. Alright. And then we have another magma forge over here. I should probably queue up the same job. We don't have that much copper, though. Honestly, we're going to run out and things are going to auto-suspend pretty quickly. I'll leave the other magma forge untouched for now. We'll queue up a series of things there at some point. Still have those dead dwarves rotting in the pool of water. So sorry! And hopefully we can keep smelting some metal. So, scroll down to a few more of these levels. You're smoothing, which is good. I feel like, you know, a few more exploratory little dig paths. Probably not uncalled for. These sleeping levels, if we're going to do any sort of mining on them, we have to make sure we do it before we assign bedrooms, because mining will wake people up. And technically, all this smoothing and mining of stuff on the level below, where people are sleeping, is potentially waking up a few people. But it's temporary. They'll get over it soon. Just a few negative moodlets, but not enough to really, really drive them crazy. Ever played Gauntlet? Of course I've read Gauntlet. Or I played Gauntlet, read. Ages ago. I haven't played any of the new Gauntlets. Like, there were some in the arcades, and I know that there's been a more recent release on, like, PC and stuff soon, or more recently, too. I haven't played any of those, but, way, way, way back when, I definitely had a version of Gauntlet. And it was an excellent game! Great, you can play, like, 4 players, slightly different classes. I mean, not very different, but slightly different. Yeah, warrior. It's not just warrior. Well, I guess it was just warrior before, but then in what? The other ones you could have color too, so it was like red wizard needs food badly. Food equals hit points. That was kind of a weird thing. It's like, oh, my arm got cut off. Let me eat a turkey and I'll be fine. Alright, sure, why not? You need some mechanic. Doesn't really hurt one way or another, so who cares?
I said no.
Said no what? Nope, not enough cloth going around. That's okay. Oh, I should check out the dyer, which I put down. Dyer shop. We need process. We need a kitchen workshop, isn't it? No, a farmer's thing. That's what we need. Build workshop. Farmer's workshop. We do have one. Where the hell is it? Farmer's workshop. We do have process plants set up. Maybe we do have dyes? Oh, did that not work? Enable search. Oh, and then hit S for dye. Alright, let's go into enhanced view. Search. Okay, yeah, I have some dye. Presumably we're okay. And then the dyer shop, I can add, say, a repeat job to dye cloth, let's say. Erinner just subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing and supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Quillatine, is this base layout not an FPS killer? Dwarves passing through multiple routes is a huge detractor. And yeah, it's, well, sort of. What you want to do is make it as easy as possible for them to find stairs up to levels and not end up with too many dead ends. So I don't think it's the end of the world. I have a repeat dye job. You can see here, my FPS is currently sitting, 80-ish. I mean, it goes up and down depending on exactly what's happening. What is dropping now? Although there's the two, right? There's the render one and then the other one. I don't remember the two numbers though, but so far it's okay. We're over 100 dwarves, so the FPS is all right. But yeah, I want to minimize how much pathing the dwarves have to find to get to stairway. And even if it, some of these things make the pathfinding a little harder, it still makes the actual walking a little shorter. Some of this nonsense can sometimes cause problems, because what they'll do, if they're trying to pathfind over here, it'll actually try to go up this way. I could set up routes. Is it designate? Traffic areas. So what I can do is say flag a high traffic area like this. And what it will do is it will encourage the dwarves to walk here instead of some other places. So they're more likely to pathfind this way, and they won't go off into there as much. But I think we're fine. I'm not going to complain. Again, I'm at 107 dwarves. My FPS is completely fine and manageable. Despite the fact that, we've dug all the way down to the bottom. And these paths are stupid, because they had to go around such ridiculous landscapes. It's such a huge pain in the ass. But yeah, overall, we're okay. My nobles are still all fine. You've got a mandate, which is just the exporting, which is no good. Oh, we did complete the job for the mayor. We completed his figurines. The mayor really loves his figurines. Be nice to get some traders again. Sucks that we didn't trade with the dwarves. They just disappeared instantly. Be funny if the elves kept coming back, though, because all I do every time the elves show up is steal all their shit. What I can do preemptively is maybe set up some space that will be used for fancy burials later on. That. You are properly assigned. Yeah, you must be, because clearly Klindos is happy and fine. If Klindos dies, he will be buried there. And then, as that finishes, like that. Like that. What I can do is put one of those, but then cancel the corners. Yes. Like that. Like that. Same thing here. Do this, but then cancel out the digging in 4 corners. We'll get more of those nice rounded bits. Okay. Miasma. Did no one ever get buried here? Or someone might have just left food behind. Wrong time to selector. Rotten Reacher meat. Yeah, so someone's gonna have to go and clean that up soon. People are sparring. New bedroom level over here. Did we find any cool rocks? Looks like no. Might get around to using the reveal df hack command to find more stone here. Again, slightly cheatery, but it saves you from doing all these kinds of things which are kind of annoying and boring. Right? That's what I use things like the df hack helpers for. I mean, some of them are just making the game run a little better and smoother for different reasons. But other things are like, if there's something that's just annoying and boring, we replace that. Gone. Oh, Fran is organizing a party. Next time the elves come back, their wagons will contain siege equipment and weapons. Well, we've already stolen their stuff like 4 times, I think, at this point. I'm actually really surprised the elves haven't declared war on me yet. And if they decide to siege me, that just means we get to kill a bunch of elves and take their weapons after. We're trying to encourage fun. I'm going to check the military equipment over here. So this is the inky animals. Right, they're already fully equipped. And now they have all their shields and bucklers too, which is great. Copperwhites. We're still missing a few pieces of metal armor, which will have to be done at some point. And then, of course, the vampire babies, same thing. Most of them seem to be armed and maybe shielded as well. This is all sparring, yeah? And some hunting, good. No real combat going on. Alright, let's go ahead and pause. Let's use the reveal command. I'm fine with it in this case. So, what it does is it shows me everything that's in Fog War. It's important to not unpause at this point, or it'll trigger the circus, which is not what we want. So, we're going to just use it to simplify our life. Yeah, look at this. There's like no metal on any of these layers. You know, occasional gems, but who cares about that? I'm even across, I think, at least 2 biomes. So, metals do appear on layers as well. What the hell is that? Orthoclase, yeah, nothing I care about. So, like, you know, tetrahedrite will only appear from Z levels, this to that. And I think part of it is the fact that I have such... I think I'm actually quite shallow. Like, there's not a lot of land, and there's, like, a lot of weird behavior with these cavern levels. The spacing is, like, really off and bizarre. Like, such a lack of stuff. Okay, here's we've got something. More native gold. Well, we've had plenty of that. I suppose I'll go ahead and they got like a 2x2 over here. Then V-dig that. And I like V-dig because it's like not annoying. Really don't need this much gold. But if I'm doing it, I may as well flag it. There. But yeah, I think we're actually... Oh, here's some stuff. More tetrahedrite. There we go. And we have quite a bit of it still just lying around. But I just wanted to get flagged. Plus, I got a lot of dwarves who aren't doing anything, so let's keep them a little bit occupied by doing that. Oops. Oh. There was a bunch on this level, too. We're actually going to expose a little bit more caverny areas over here, which is fine. Like that. V-dig. 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 And a little more. Some of these routes are going to be particularly pathfinding intensive, but there we go. All right, good enough. Unreveal. There. So just a little something to make our lives a little less annoying. More sparring going on, which is good. How's the sound sense volume? Is it too high? Do people want me to drop it? Or especially with this combat, it might be a little much. Let's bring it down to... Just bring it down a little. We'll still hear it when it happens. Right now, they stopped fighting, of course. Do. I haven't declared war on you because they need to hug their trees and pray to whatever tree god to grant them the strength to fight me. Yeah. And I've chopped down a lot of trees, too. Chopped down a lot more trees. But right now, we've got a lot of wood in our stockpile. And while we do have a fair number of idlers, I mean, I hate when, like, we go to 0 idlers, which is usually what happens when we chop down a bunch of trees. Because A, there's all the tree chopping, and B, there's all the hauling. But idlers get kind of upset. They run more parties, and if people aren't working, they are unhappy about that. I guess we can go and chop down a few more trees. Something like that. So, a few people go and chop, and as soon as the first one falls over, there's going to be very few idlers as people go and actually grab everything. So we're doing some smelting over here, which is lovely. And you are forging, which is great. Not going to take us very long for everyone to be equipped. I might need some more flasks, actually. I'll just queue it up here. Copper flask? Should make some lead flasks. Let's get 10 of those. Backpack out of leather. 10 of those. I don't think we need any quivers. Oh, what I could do is cancel the rock crafts job. I think, and I should check this, but I think we do have a permanent mug job at our craft dwarfs. Maybe we don't, actually. Rock, mug, repeat. Check the workflow. No, well, we're already kind of capped on it, but there we go. We have 185 mugs right now, plus miscellaneous crafts, because we needed to get those figurines going on. We can trade tons. What are the color? What color are the eyes in your hat? And they're doing the green screen thing. Oh, I think they're just reflective. Let me check the screen over here. Yeah. They are, it's just actually white. But it's slightly reflective, and so, yeah, like right here, that's what they are. They're just white. But super, super bright spots can mess with the green screen. That's what's going on there. Da, 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 ba, bum, 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 bum. Been about an hour and a half since the last break. So it's going to be about time to do that soon. Got kids running around, people doing things. It really sucks that our smelting area is so far from everywhere else. There ends up being so much just walking. I mean, I do have a mini kitchen here, which helps with things. But people still end up having to do so much walking to do anything. Which slows down our metal smelting a lot. But it couldn't be helped. We had such a stupid, derpy kind of layout going on. I mean, honestly, with as much lignite as I have, it might have been worth just leaving a steel production surface on the surface. Steel production area, I should say, on the surface. It takes a little bit of extra work because you have to convert the lignite into coal all the time. But it would have minimized so much walking that it might still have been a huge win. We'll see. Oh, Fedusky, yeah, or Fededsky. Should definitely go to Scotland. Scotland is awesome. That's funny. Yeah, Quill's shirt is white too. It's just the white balance is off. Hey, it's not a red shirt. It's actually a white shirt. It's true. No, it's not. Some people will believe it when we say that. Dun, 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 dun. Planning on doing more EU4 multiplayer with the Roomba, Northernlion, and Mathis. Yeah, almost certainly. We've only taken a break because there's so much traveling involved. We are planning on restarting our multiplayer campaign after PDX. So PDX is next week, so like 2 weeks-ish, we'll play our next multiplayer campaign. So I don't remember what date exactly that works out to. Probably something like we'll end up recording somewhere around the 20th. So you might expect the first video on like the 21st or 22nd or something like that. So still a while to go. But there we have it. Ooh, masterpiece backpacks. That's good. By providing backpacks and flasks to our military, they're able to carry food and drink around with them. So they can use that when they're out in the field doing something. What is this stuff right here? Oh yeah, these are roots from the cherry tree that's up here. Look at all this foliage. Very nice. Still waiting for like a big attack. We've had a few ambushes, but no real sieges yet. And I'm really surprised, because certainly we've created a lot of wealth, haven't we? I don't know, maybe not that much. And we're constantly building things. Because yeah, we got workshop. Did build blah, blah, the other craft dwarf workshop, didn't I? Don't just have the one. Or I built another one. Carpenter's craft dwarf. No, because I did. I'm pretty sure I just put one down somewhere. I don't remember where. I'm trying to see the icon for it, and I'm not spotting it. I don't know. It's this thing here with the white line and then the tools. Oh, here. There it is. We'll add the mug construction repeat there. And yeah, what the hell, we'll have the third one going on as well. We could also change the constraints. Actually, I could get rid of the constraints and just make them do it infinitely. But I think what I'll do is actually change it to like, keep up to like 500 mugs around. Just a ridiculous number. Not technically unlimited, although in practice this is going to be a quasi-unlimited job. That's going to be another thing that keeps cleaning all these rocks up, because they're going to keep going and grabbing the random stone that's lying all over and converting it into mugs, which is good. Oh, I think the new EU4 DLC is going to be great. I mean, it maybe not going to go down as like the greatest EU4 expansion to date, because there's some really good ones. But I'm really excited about the. Oh, yes, woohoo! A random elf diplomat just showed up. You have disrespected the trees in this area, but this is what we have come to expect from your stunted kind. Further abuse cannot be tolerated. Let this be a warning to you. They've talked to my baron. And let me know. So, there's a button. C. Okay. I hit C. Okay, we're still at peace with them. I think right now, if I'm hovering over the... Oh, wait, hold on. If I go to the dwarves, the civilizations are all at peace with each other, other than the elves are at war with the humans. Oh, that's interesting. Elves and humans are at war. So technically the dwarves aren't there and the kobolds aren't as a civilization, which is kind of odd. But they might become hostile towards me specifically. Now, I think this is still a warning. If we start chopping down more trees, they'll eventually declare war on us. Plus, if they show up with more caravans and we steal more of their stuff. Kill the diplomat. I felt like I was saying something or answering something, and I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, the dev diaries. Right, so the automatic exploration mechanic I think is going to be cool, because it's something that eliminates a function that is tedious and unfun, which is currently naval exploration is not fun. So that's going to be cool, and the nation designer has some potential. And I tend to play things kind of vanilla because I want the sort of historical experience and different things, but as someone pointed out, I could probably make Belgium and play as Belgium. And now all of a sudden that's kind of cool. On the other hand, it might be really similar to the game I played as, say, the Netherlands, for example. Like, because where it's positioned. We're going to start as a small nation in northwestern Europe. It's going to feel kind of samey. There's going to be a lot of overlap with my Burgundy Netherlands game, and as well as the Sweden game to a certain extent, because it's all in Europe. On the other hand, they've got this cool new like religion mechanic for like the Aztecs and things with doom and having to sacrifice things, which is probably worth exploring at least once. So we'll see. I could make Murdervania. That's true. So I don't know all the details yet. I actually haven't read the second dev diary. I know it's out, but I wasn't excited during the initial announcement for El Dorado. And then when I read the first dev diary, then I became really excited. I'm like, okay, now this is sounding really, really interesting. And I haven't read the second one yet, but I suspect I'll probably like it a fair bit. All right, we got our backpacks done. That's good. Ansel's Dig, lost pick. How did you lose your pick? Weird. What are you doing? Oh, you're fishing. No, that's fine. Don't mind that at all. Giant louse is fighting. Giant louse's thorax kicks the full force of the impact, and the part splits in gore. What? That just sounds like what happens when someone falls. Like, it doesn't sound like an actual combat stat. Did you fall off something? Okay. Oh, that's probably done smoothing my very bottommost level. Almost done. We could probably go ahead and queue up a lot of the jobs. So we're going to build, say, a bed, planning mode on, and it can be macroed, but honestly, it's not going to be much faster than me just going and doing this really fast. Well, that's not true. It would have saved a little bit of time. I'll do it for the doors. That was one of the things I could do. Door, planning mode, record a macro, enter. This offset can just be copied over and over and over, which is really what it is. And then go back up to the top, cancel the record, and then play. Oop. Yeah, okay, that's going to work out okay. Then play. Play. And with the same macro, I can pop out, And do containers. Everyone will have a chest in their room. There we go. Yeah, so I could call this like bedroom furniture placer. And then a cabinet is in placement mode as well. So I can play the macro back again. Nice. And this is something that's included in base Dwarf Fortress, by the way. This is not any of the mods or DF hack or anything like that. This macro function exists in Dwarf Fortress, and it just literally repeats whatever key presses you put in. All right. How's the vampire doing? Oh, I'm sure the vampire is fine. Oh! Found the body, found the body, found the body. That's not useful. How can you find the body more than once? Yeah, so I have no way of telling who the vampire is. Today, so far, in our session, we've only had one death from the vampire. And you know what? Dwarf here, dwarf there. Not bad. Obviously, some people get negative moodlets if their friends die, but other than that, it's fine. Oh, we've gone to 0 idlers. Oh, as everyone is bringing all the furniture down here very quickly. We've struck Heliodor. Native gold. Oh, it's probably the native gold we already knew about. Oh, no. It's, we're uncovering more of the cavern layers. Alright, fair enough. What are you doing? Why are you all question marked? Oh, you're gonna pen some horses. Oh, we probably have some extra animals. That should probably be penned. Nope, looks like everyone has a sign. So sometimes they'll wander out of their pens, of course. Otherwise, we're okay. Have we exposed any interesting sands? Claystone. Yeah, we could pick that up. We do have a we want to buy stone or sand from our traders, I think, just because we don't really have it. If I went up a few levels, this is what still just sandstone, which is not where you can harvest sand from. An elven caravan has arrived. All right, boys. We all know what to do. It'll be really interesting to see if these guys appear and then instantly run away again. In which case, what we'll probably want to do is destroy our depot and rebuild it somewhere. Like, the dwarves had no problem bringing their caravans in. They just got here and then instantly, like, whoop, ran away. Well, let's, Our broker's been requested here forever. I feel so bad. He's just been standing at this depot forever. I never canceled him. Whoops. I'm for war. Free stuff. I'm not going to attack them. I'm just going to mark everything and say, this is mine now. I'm going to have them start the attack. That way I can accuse them of being warmongers. I never attacked anyone. Pfft, never. I would never do that. They just showed up with the gifts. There must be gifts because I would never trade with elves. God. So, have they unloaded their goods? Can I trade already? So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to mark everything. And we are enchanted by your more ethical works. We've come to trade. Seems willing to trade. We are now going to seize. A lot of this is crap. Bunch of, like, puzzle boxes, arrows. We don't use arrows, we use bolts. It does have some food, though. Some crutches. Yeah, they really didn't bring much. This is mine now. Take what you wish. I can't stop you. Thank you. Come again. So they're very quickly going to pack up and leave. Trade them wood. Yeah, which would upset them a little bit. It would, but I don't want to do that. Because if I offer them wood once, they'll instantly pack up and leave. So instead, I just mark everything, seize it, walk away. Actually, I'm surprised they're not leaving. I took all their stuff. Sure, they'll leave soon. Oh, we're paused. I don't want to be paused. Oh, forgot to actually mine out this interior area. We're gonna do that, and then remove the designations in these corners. so. And then we'll smooth out everything. Actually, I suppose I could start the smoothing job already. May as well do the whole floor. Like that. I'm just going to wait till the rest of it is dug out, and then we'll smooth out the rest too. Okay. And we've gone to 0 idlers. Oh, right, because we're having to steal all the elf stuff. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Yeah, I did unrequest the broker at this point. He's picking up all his equipment and everything. Don't worry about it. The broker's fine now. He's been released from his duty some time ago. As soon as I seize the goods, I release my broker. So we're okay.
Sir, I can't do it.
Haunted baby reclaim. Good old dwarf fortress. That's right. I should probably start stealing goods from the humans too. Although I really don't need to. The thing is, I'm producing so much crazy crap. What are you? Are you just hungry? Is that what that means? Horrified after seeing a kobold die. Death is all around us. This is truly horrifying. Horrified after seeing someone else die. Horrified after seeing the hamster man die. Wow, you've seen some shit. Yeah, we might start stealing from the humans, except that we produce enough goods that we can basically like give them all our mugs and take all their stuff without stealing it. We could do the same thing with the elves. It's just funnier to steal it instead. Because screw the elves, right?
Sir, I can't do it.
You can use all the junk you seize to buy goods from other civilizations. Yeah, and that's it. All the musical things and everything, that will all count as finished goods, which is what we trade away by default. So it'll be fine. There might be some other stuff that we end up with that we don't necessarily care about, but most of it will be fine. As soon as we are done moving all the goods over here, some of them, we've got some caged animals as well, so I'm going to have to check for, see if I've got to move any to the grazing status over here. How are we good stat-wise? We've got lots of drink, lots of plants, lots of meat. Some of the plants we might have just stolen, actually. We're still doing okay here. There we go, the elves have left. Bye! Good riddance. Come back and bring more stuff! I still don't think they've officially declared war. So we'll see if anything changes. I'm still waiting for the big elven siege. Does pelting people with mugs count as mugging? Could be. Swanky, swanky mugs. Mine's empty again. Definitely, basically time for a break. I'm going to go a little bit longer. I'm going to go, let's say, another 15 minutes. It'll bring us to 3 p.m. Then we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll play some Team Fortress 2 with subscribers. Oh! Actually, right now, while I'm thinking about it, I will email subscribers with the latest password info, because there's been some new subscribers here who may not have the information yet. Those of you who were subscribers last time we played, it is still the same password as last time. But that is a new-ish password. So, anyway, if you're confused, just check your Twitch inbox in a second here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Here. Email subscribers. Paste. That. Got that. Send. All right, so in theory, you should get an email with that info, although it will usually take a few minutes for it to hit your email inbox. It should be in your Twitch messages inbox very, very quickly, though. So if you are a subscriber, you can check your Twitch inbox in a minute. It should be in there pretty fast. And yeah, it should also reach your email as well, but there's usually more of a delay there because the Twitch email servers can be quite slow. I can't build an army and attack the elves. Currently in the game, there's no ability for us to be offensive. But it is part of the plan overall. And if you play in adventure mode, which is where you control basically a single dwarf running around the world, you can go everywhere, you can attack everything, you can recruit followers and all that. I personally like to play in fortress mode, which is where you build the fortress. That's my kind of game. There's a nice swanky pad over here for our Baron, who's got a mandate. Don't export crossbows. Don't export figurines. Will do. No problem. Two best chats are Total Biscuits and this one. Total Biscuits chat is pretty good because, while obviously he's a very, very, very big and popular person with a lot of viewers, his chat is set to subscriber only, which means it keeps it to a reasonable size. Also, by having it subscriber only, it, you know, sort of makes it so that people who are a little bit more serious, less trolly, that are in there. However, we don't do subscriber only chat here because we're not quite that big. But on the other hand, we have excellent mods, which help to keep the chat here amazing. That's really what it comes down to. So, we still never picked up all this damn clay. I don't understand why this clay... And why isn't... Why did it never get moved? Our big stockpile is set to accept clay. Or, hold on. Maybe it's not blocks of clay? Maybe it doesn't count the same way? That might be it. Stone. Hang on. Ah, I'm an idiot. I just saw, like, I knew it was blocks, but it's like bars, blocks. I was like, oh yeah, they're bars of clay or something, right? Because, like, soap counts as a bar, for example. So I just thought that's what it was, but no, okay. So, we want to accept, so we actually may not want the blocks. Just because, no, that's fine. But yeah, now we'll explicitly accept stone in the big stockpile. So that should move everything out of the trade depot. Not that it's a problem that it's in the trade depot exactly, but we may as well keep things a little bit more organized and cleaned up. And because I put a memorial garden over here, people will come here for breaks. And presumably it might make them happy if we... check their thoughts. An artisan, their materials, and the tools to shape them. Horrified, seeing someone die. Few horrifications. Interested near a fine door. Enraptured near his or her own fine bed. Her own fine bed. Interested. Yeah, these new states. Blissful after sleeping in a fantastic bedroom. It's actually really cool. I like how these things work. And that's new. Not as of, like, version 4.0, but as of 4.0 point something. Oh yeah, I have no plans for sub-only chat. I do have it, like, as a note, in case the chat ever got crazy for some reason and had to be put in sub-only mode. You know, there's a note in the subscriber benefits there, but we've never had to do it. The most we've ever had to do is implement slow mode, and subscribers should be immune to slow mode. But that's pretty uncommon as well, so I'm not too terribly worried. One thing I might be able to do here is the sound sense, because I had to re-download the sound pack. I bet you if I reload the configuration, we might get a few different sounds. An update? Probably nothing needs to be downloaded, but we'll go ahead and verify it anyway. Oh, no. It is going to start re-downloading some stuff. Oh, that's interesting. All right. More sound effects for later. Things are so peaceful and easy. Like, nothing's actually gone wrong this entire thing, other than one vampire kill. Other than the fact that we have a dwarf and a vampire running around, everything is fine. Hasn't been attacked, there's been no titans. What the hell? We've got 3 healthy military squads, including the new one, the vampire babies. We're still not particularly equipped. We do, you know, we are slowly trying to produce things. Helms, gauntlets, breastplates. Alright, though. We keep poking at the elves, but they don't want to attack me. I don't know what's wrong with them. Oh. Oh. Vampires, okay. Helps with the overpopulation. That's right. Slight amount of population control. Also, one of the people who may be the vampire is leading one of my military squads. And there's no better military person than a vampire. It's raining a bit, so all the dwarves who are outside might be a little unhappy about that. That's all right. I like having the training for the military squad outside. It helps to prevent cave adaptation, which is really good. It does suck when they get rained on. And I think it's actually still... Oh, it's mid-spring. I don't think we get any snow in the winter in our current embark place, which is interesting. People are bringing trash outside. Taki keeps being horrified by something. What is horrifying you, Taki? Horrified by seeing the Minotaur die. That was ages ago. What the hell are you flipping out about? I don't know. We still have an active hunter, so we're going to be okay. We've got some bats and owls and things going around. Nothing particularly worrisome. The Crundle, these are probably all underground. Go to unit. Yeah, they're all underground, so they're not being particularly threatening. Overall, we're okay. Ooh, Masterpiece Copper Helm. Good. So it's nice to see that our armor is being slowly produced. Our people will equip themselves with more and more gear. Very happy with things. Actually, one of the things I can do to make sure that everyone is properly equipping themselves is I can grab all the squads and like really truly activate them. They're all like semi-active, but they're on a every other month training schedule. I'm just going to activate all my military people and just tell them to move over here. And one of the first things they'll do is go and grab their equipment. So if I go over here, I should be able to see some people potentially picking up equipment, that sort of thing. I'm just going to do it for a minute here, and then I'm going to release them again to their normal schedule. And that will just... Anything that happens to be sitting around, they'll go and equip. Because one of the things is, because of my workflow manager, if there's more than 4 pieces of armor in a stockpile, they won't build any of that armor anymore, because of the way I've organized it. So I want to make sure that any armor that someone can wear is being worn, so that it's out of the stockpile, so that things keep being produced. We also should explore the cave and make more cage traps. Well, we could. Oh! Ophal just became attached to a silver spear, which is fine. Silver is not necessarily the ideal material for piercing weapons, but that's okay. When they get attached to a weapon, they do get slightly better with that weapon, but they refuse to use anything else. It'd be nice if it was an artifact spear or a masterwork spear, or you know, or a silver warhammer, because silver is a very good material for that. All right, I'm going to figure that's long enough for my people. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the active orders. Now, depending on what month it is, some of them may be still semi-active and will train. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you can hear them sparring once again. The rallying cry in the war against elves should be the lumberjack song from Monty Python. Why, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Work. What does the rhyme go? Because it's work all day and sleep all night. But I think it's like, I sleep all night and I work all day. Yeah, because it rhymes with okay, right? So it must be that order. And then something, something. I wish I were a girly, just like my old papa. Very catchy tune. I could build a lot more traps. Traps make things easy. I do have like a handful of cage traps over here from the early days, but I try to avoid doing it. It's just not as much of an interesting challenge. Of course, losing one fight, and not even losing. You can win the fight, but if too many dwarves die in some sort of big battle, then you get your big tantrum spiral of doom going on. It does help at this point that we have a lot of really, really nice bedrooms and dining rooms to help give positive... what is this? To help give positive traits to people. Floor grate. Oh, right! It's an artifact! Like, why do I have a floor grate in someone's room? An artifact to try to keep them happy. And currently everyone is fine and satisfied. Yeah, it'd be nice to pick up these stones out of here, out of the way. What are these tables made out of? Sandstone. Oh, they look nice and golden. I could have gone with, like, just one material for these rooms. It does kind of suck when you get this mismatch. It's a little more micromanagement than I'm willing to put up with, but it would be nice if all the furniture were same color. Or, you know, laid out in a certain pattern. But yeah, too much effort for me. Maybe one day we can rearrange the noble rooms. This dining room is way more than you need. You really only need one table and chair than dining rooms for the noble, but it felt like a good idea to put them here. You are cranky about some stuff. You are hungry. I think that's the only thing that's going on with you. Masterpiece copper helms. Yeah, keep making good helmets for everyone. Set up a death corridor to defeat the circus. There's a circus? Do they have clowns? And cotton candy?
Did you see what I did with this thing?
Oh, what was that? Ah! Bee Fly Blue has become attached to a steel shield. Well, nothing wrong with that. Don't mind one bit. Essential. I'm pretty sure. Does my email not include instructions of how you're supposed to set that up? Maybe only my first time did I include actual instructions for how to set up an actual custom server in TF2. It's really easy to do. This is a bad sign. I can't load Twitch. Internet okay? Yeah. Can't get back to my Twitch inbox though. This bodes poorly for anyone trying to check their own messages so they can play TF2. Cancels dye cloth. Need unrotten dye item. Well, it took a while to get that, so clearly we had a lot of dye kicking around. And I'm hoping that has unlocked some dimple cup seeds. I think it's the wrong season to be growing dimple cups. Oh, yeah, we have no seeds for any of those things. We really have to buy more. Too bad we didn't steal any from the elves. Page unresponsive. Good sign. Maybe it's just my browser. Could be that. But yeah, Rose Salon's got it there. It's basically go to TF2, click servers, then the favorites tab, and then there's a button for add server. And then just punch in the info from the email. Yeah, I can't get to my inbox. I thought the instructions were in there, but it might have been one of the earlier emails, not the one that I'm sending around anymore. Ah, Plague Lord's got it. Good. Excellent. Lovely, lovely. Don't worry, we all fail to read things from time to time. Not that I've ever done that in a video or on a live stream. I mean, I never misread anything or fail to notice something, ever. But, you know, normal people. Happens to you guys sometimes. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's a new month, so I think the training schedule just changed. Need more cloth pants. Now, the plants are fine. I think we do have pretty regular pigtail production when it's the right season. Which right now it's not, but. Yeah, the Twitch message has how to add favorites. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think I may just have to reboot my browser. Every now and again, I find that Chrome will actually stall out on me. It's kind of weird. I mean, everything else is working. Just can't get to my Twitch message. Oh no, I can't get to anything. Yeah, my Chrome is just hung. Oh, and as I say that, now it's working. Excellent. Okay.
Best start digging some more holes in the ground, Olin. We've got company.
Migrants! Okay, you know what? That's going to be an excellent way to end the stream. Well, yeah, it's 3 o'clock. Not end the stream, but end the Dwarf Fortress portion of it. We're going to let the migrants properly arrive, and then we'll go and name them. And then we'll switch over to some TF2, now that we've got everything sorted out. Dun, 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 dun. Where's the stream of migrants, though? I don't really see like a big line of dwarves show up, and I haven't really noticed them. Maybe I just missed them. Or maybe there was just like one dwarf. Could be a one dwarf migration wave. There we go. There's a migrant. That little X. There we go. Okay, it just took them a long time to get to the actual base. Oh, and now my frame rate's dropped down to 30. The extra migrants pathing their way into the fortress might have actually slowed things down quite a bit. Got some more donkas. Yeah, we'll wait for all these guys with X's to show up. They're going to make their way to the meeting room, which is the dining hall. And once they're there, they'll be properly on the map. I think I can rename them now while they're on the map, but some people may not have actually like gotten into the map. They like spawn at the corner of the edge, and they don't spawn at the time. They show up on the map one at a time. What are you freaking out about? You must be overwhelmed by horror. The hell did you see? And it doesn't. I don't think it tells me that, which is kind of annoying. One of the migrants, right? Okay, who's this? This reg guy. What? You didn't see these people die. Is it the bodies from here? Is that what's freaking you out? It's a refuse stockpile with bodies of villains. What the I mean, this is part of a newer system of reaction, right? They keep working on this hortified. Because I've never seen this before. No one's ever been bothered. Is there a new way to bury corpses now? We having to deal with, like, RimWorld level of crap? I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do with these corpses anymore. Nicer entrance? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I do have a refuse pile outside my walls. So, corpse stockpile. Oh, okay, there's refuse and then corpse. I can move them both to outside my walls, maybe. But I don't like that idea, generally speaking, because it's like, what if we're under siege and now we can't reach those stockpiles? What is this anyway? CMO Tiddler. No. Leading... Okay, yeah, that's not the body. Hippie Shaman. Why are you there? Partial skeleton. Do we not have any empty tombs? Is that possible? Yeah, these are all allowed for burial. Why are these bodies still there? Seeing corpses improves discipline. Does it start to, it makes you less horrified and less likely to be freaked out in the future? Is that it? Is that just that Reg is, has got low personal discipline? Let's, take a look at Dwarf Therapist. Read Dwarves. So first of all, how many new ones do we get? 17, quite a bit. So Reg over here is the one he keeps freaking out. Give me the pop-up. Come on. Within the last week, he felt nothing after witnessing Death times 6, and then horrified after witnessing Death times 8. An interest seeing a fine bridge. I don't know. I'll figure out more about this new mechanic a little later. But for now, we have to nickname all our new dwarves based on subscribers. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over some TF2. So we're gonna have Tim's Heap, Tim Sheep, Pawnbroker, 007, Dragon Trapper. Oh, now there's a name with a lot of promise in this game. We've got something that looks maybe Welsh. Rise Gwent. No. And Fire Dog. Alternatively spelled. And MMGMIL. MMGMIL. BLC 303, who I believe has been a dwarf in the past. Bunisher! Who's always in the chat. There we go, Bunisher. Fireweaver, I know you've been a dwarf before. Maybe I should skip some of the ones that I recognize, but, like that who have been dwarves, but Lethington. But you know, the random system is generally the way that I go. I just randomize it and stuff happens. Boomy! Colin 2100. W. Hicks. May have been a dwarf before, too. Not sure. Got Friar Tuck. Bam. I think that's our second friar of the day, actually. We've got Solon Ward. Not red, 360. And more David. Not a little David, but more David. Commit changes. Oh! Dupe. Hold on. Sort by migration wave. I want to see if any of you guys have some cool skills. Some carpentry going on over here. We've got someone who's really good at milking. I don't know if we have... Whoa! Oh! That was surprising. Let me get to that in 1 second here. Blacksmithing. That's cool. Mechanics. Dyeing. More blacksmithing. More blacksmithing. What is this? Gem setting and jump cutting. Oh, that's not bad. I value skills, actually. Militaristically. How are you guys? We have Bunishers, very strong. None of these guys have any particular skills in military. A few people are dabblers, but Bunisher is extremely strong. Dragon Trapper is pretty good too. Colin's a little bit strong, but he's really poor in agility. So that might hold him back. Boomy can recover really good. Pawnbroker's got high recuperation, high disease resistance in Rise. Not too many particular weapons, people. But, not bad. Yeah, Count Spectacular, you must be a vampire, right? Master Glassmaker, Great Judge, like, you have so many skills. Not necessarily, but come on. Still, you know, without proof, I'm not going to accuse you of anything. At all. All right. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this Dwarf Fortress portion of the stream up. I'm gonna take a short break. When we get back, we'll let everyone murder me in Team Fortress. Oh, hold on. These migrants may have brought some animals. There we go. Goats and bunnies and things. Mostly personal pets and stuff. There we go. And maybe stuff that we stole from the elves as well. I think that hair we got from the elves, for example. All right, good stuff, guys. So thank you, everyone who tuned in just for the Dwarf Fortress stream. I appreciate you being here. But if you guys want to stick around for the TF2, it's always a bit of a hoot. So we'll play a couple of rounds of that, and I will see you guys just after a short break. Need more coffee.